My first insight as to what industrial design was and where my career came from was from my graphics teacher in year 10. Got frustrated with me in the graphics classes because I'd never just duplicated design. I'd always try and improve the design on which we were asked to draft. And Dad had a principle of when something broke down to always ask why it broke down and try and work out in the repair cycle of that breakdown, can we actually stop it from breaking down again? I think fundamentally good design makes a product, firstly it has to be useful. Okay, if it's useful, it has an inherent level of utility, then it has meaning. If it has meaning, then it has value. And if it has value, then you can suddenly drive a business case around it and a business model around it. And it can have value for you as an end person or end user, but it can also extract value from me to the customer, the business that's providing the product. It's a bit like invention versus innovation, right? An invention is not useful, an innovation is useful, and there's a really interesting shift that happens there. So when we started this business, we're like, well, how do we actually give world-class design to startups and entrepreneurs and smaller businesses? Because they're the ones trying to change the world. They're the ones wanting to have a massive impact. And they're the ones that get us excited about using our design craft to help them grow. So that's the first layer, is looking at a sketch and going, wow, that's an interesting innovation or an interesting proposal. That could work. That's interesting. Out of the 10 that you've presented, those 2 could work. So you've really, in terms of R&D, you're trying to de-risk the process through design as much as possible. So innovation is the translation of an invention to something useful. And once it's useful, it's meaningful. And once it's meaningful, it's valuable.